Welcome, citizens of planet Earth, to what is the premiere episode of Data Drops. In this upcoming series, I will be providing simple tutorials helping you make the most of amazing open source software like Gimp, OBS, Kdenlive, and Audacity. All are absolutely free and available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. First project number 1. Creating attention-grabbing, awesome text in Gimp to make your YouTube custom thumbnails and titles stand out from the crowd. Requirements: 1 laptop or desktop computer running Windows, Mac, or Linux with Gimp already installed. Most Linux distributions come with Gimp pre-installed. Use your software manager to install it if you need to. Mac and Windows, you can go to gimp.org and download the file from there. First thing, we want to open Gimp. Okay, now there's a few ways of performing different things within Gimp. We can use our drop down menu at the top, or we can use our dialog boxes, which we can see over here on the side. This is my layers dialog box, my brushes dialog box, and this is my toolbox. If you don't see those, or if you'd like to add your own dialog boxes, then simply go to the top and under Windows, dockable dialogs, you'll be able to find the ones you like there. Layers, see that's my layers. Brushes, and tools I'll find on tools here. Toolbox, like so. Okay, so if we want to create a new document, we can go up to the top to our drop down menu and we can tap New, or we can just press Ctrl N. Okay, now here, image size, we can set the aspect ratio that we like. 1920 by 1080 is a popular aspect ratio. It just so happens to be standard for YouTube custom thumbnails. I'm just going to leave it there like that. Advanced, under advanced, if we expand our advanced options, we can see fill width. Next to fill width, you want to have background color. So now we can click OK. And we've got a lovely bright pink background. I'd like to change that to a blue, cyan, maybe. Select our bucket tool, and away we go. Nice blue background. Next thing I'd like to do is I'd like to create a text. To do that by heading up to the top under tools here. I can click on text up there. Also, I can head over here into my tool box there and I can text there, or I can just press T. Once I've pressed T, what that allows me to do is to click and drag and create a text box for any size that I need. Okay, so I can use the edges here to resize like that, or I can use the corners to resize. Now up here I have a few selections to alter my text somewhat. I can alter the style, I can alter the size, and I can alter the color. But a better way is coming over here to your toolbox and double clicking on text. We expand that we can see we have a few more options now. We can justify our text, justify left, justify right. I think we'll center justify for this particular exercise. Now what we can do is we can change our font. I'm going to change it to white because white is a nice contrasting color here. Click OK. I just leave the text size as is, and once we click inside our text field, we should just be able to type and enter our text. There we go. Now if we need to, we can adjust our text field if necessary somewhat. Now we're ready to add our effects to our text. First thing we'll do is to shut this down. To add effects to our text, first thing we should do is highlight it. Select our text. So we're going to go up to our layers dialog box. We're going to left click on our text layer that we've created, and we're going to go all the way down to alpha to selection. Click alpha to selection. As you can see, that's selected our text. Now our first effect will be a highlight. Okay, so we need to grow our text. We do that going up to the top here, select, down to grow, click grow. Now we can change the pixels here. 8 or 9 should be fine. Go with 9 for this exercise. Click OK, and as you can see, the outline growing. Now we want to fill that color to create the nice highlight effect. I'm going to choose. First thing we should do is create a new layer. If we go up to our layers dialog box, down here in the left corner there, we can create a new layer. Click on that. I'm going to call this pink. It's the color I'm using to fill in the highlights. And down here next to fill with, you want to make sure that it says transparency. Now we can click OK. And the trick here is to move that pink layer that we just created underneath our text layer, like so. So we just click, hold, and slide that tile down underneath. Okay. Now what we can do is we can select our bucket tool, our bucket fill tool. We can select a color, nice hot pink. Click OK. When we go over to our text now, we should be able to hover above, click on our text, and there we have our nice highlight. Okay, so why don't we, while we have our text selected, why don't we add one more effect? We can go up here and under filters, under light and shadow, we're going to add a drop shadow. I'm going to go down and select legacy, drop shadow legacy, click on that. Now I can adjust the opacity to make the effect a little more pronounced. Again, I can pronunciate the effect by just increasing the border radius. So now if we click OK, you're going to see a nice drop shadow effect on our text. So, next thing, we just want to deselect our text or unselect our text. Go up to the top, select there, unselect, select none. So that allows us to see what we've done a little bit better. Now, if we change to our move tool by pressing M, if we try and move text, see what happens. Okay. So we press Ctrl Z to undo that move. We'll notice that our text layers are independent of each other. So what we want to do is we want to consolidate those text layers. We want to merge those text layers. So if we need to move or do something else to our text, it'll all move in one layer. So head up to our layers dialog box and click on the top layer, and if we left click now, we can go down to merge down, click on merge down. Now again, with our move tool selected, let's have a look and see what happens if we try to move our text now. Okay, so we're moving our drop shadow and we're moving our foreground, but our pink background attached. So Ctrl Z to undo that move. Now you guessed it, go up to our layers box, need to click on our top layer, left click our merge down, click on merge down, our move tool. Let's see what happens when we try to move it. There we go. We move our text all as one layer, which is what we were trying to achieve. Control Z to undo that move. Now we can add our third effect. The third effect we'll be adding will be the perspective tool to make our text stand out just further. So now we can use our perspective tool from the top menu tools. Under transform tools, perspective there. Even go over here to our tool bar and we can select our perspective tool from there. Or easier, we can just press Shift P. So now what we can do is we can go out to the edge and use these corners here to mess around perspective text. You don't need to grab from the corners, you can just grab and from the line there. Now, once we've got our text looking we would like it, now I can use this here, recenter, or move the text necessary. That's looking something like what I'm after. A couple more tweaks. That's looking pretty good. I just want to center that like so and click transform. And there we have it. So we've added three effects to our text. First of all was that nice outline, the highlight, then the drop shadow, and third one we added was perspective. So we're finished with that now. What we need to do is we need to go up to File here, and if we're finished with and would like to export it, click on Export. That will save our project as a PNG or a JPEG file. I'm going to call that nice. It's nice. And there's already a file that's called nice. Do I want to replace this? Well, I'm thinking this file is not as nice as this one. So yes, I do export, save that. Now, if I'd like to tweak this further, rather than exporting and finishing the project off, I can save as. So this is saving as a work in progress, working Gimp file. Call it something. As you can see, it's called an XCF. Now, save that. We'll replace that. Good. So that's how we can add 3 very cool effects in only a very short time. That about concludes the first episode of Data Drops. Please like and subscribe. If you would like me to cover something in particular in an upcoming tutorial, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching and peace to everyone. I'll see you on the next episode of Data Drops.